going on? Welcome to DNA Drives. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome to the channel. My name is Garrett, and today I'll be talking about how I put a sunroof in one of my past cars that I owned. I'm gonna show off some pictures and walk you through step by step exactly what I did. And at the time of me putting the sunroof in, I had no sort of prior bodywork experience, so I was absolutely winging this thing. And if I were to mess up and drill the hole too big, cut out the hole too big in the roof, I guess my plan was just to cut off the whole roof and make it a convertible. And this was a 2008 Ford Fusion, by the way. Before I get into the video any further, my name is Garrett, and if you're new to the channel, I hope you subscribe after watching this video, and I hope you get value out of this video. Here on the channel, another guy, Walker, and we post 300 SRT and Mustang content, and also a brand new car that just got added to the channel. So if you're new around here, definitely check our channel out and see what we're all about. So about the sunroof project, where did I get the idea from? Honestly, I really can't tell you exactly where I got the idea from, but I owned my 2008 Ford Fusion 5-speed manual for about 3 years, and during those 3 years, I did a lot to that car. I put a stripe on it. I did lots of different plastic dipped wheels. I applied a carbon fiber wrap to the dash. I did a lot of small mods, and each one of those mods led up to this huge DIY sunroof project that I did. And like I said, I can't exactly tell you where I got the idea from, but I think one day I just maybe randomly thought of it, and then I mentioned it to my dad. And my dad told me when my dad was a kid, my grandpa put a sunroof in one of his cars. So later that night, I called him up, asked him about it. It's really cool that someone was able to do it without having any help from YouTube or anything like that. So I thought that was really cool, and if he could do it without YouTube, you know, why the heck can't I? Like, what's my excuse? So I decided to give it a go. I did a little bit of research on different sunroofs that you can put in. At first, I did order a OEM Ford Fusion sunroof, and I don't think it came with a frame and stuff like that. And my whole idea was just to have like a manual popping one that would pop out, kind of like a hardtop with a Jeep Wrangler, how you can just take off the panels and pop it out and put the panels in the back. That sort of concept. So I was looking for that. I wasn't looking for like the whole electrical setup, because I didn't really want to get into that. That would have been like a way bigger job and stuff like that. So I decided to give this a go. Ordered it, got it in. There was something wrong with it. I can't exactly remember at the time. I did this project in fall of 2019, so about a year and a half ago. Little side note, that's when I was in school for HVAC, something that I really did not want to do. I thought it was cool at first, later on disliked it, and a little fun fact, this DIY project got me my job that I have today, which is a career that I am slowly working up. I do body work now, so that was pretty cool, and I'm really glad that I did that. So after trying out that OEM sunroof that I ordered and finding out that it didn't work for whatever reason, I found this one sunroof on Amazon, and it was around $300, I think, and that included a frame, something that the last one didn't come with. I think it was just the glass, but anyways, I decided to give this one a go. It had 2 reviews. Some guy put it in a Jeep Liberty that he had, and then another guy put it in a old Wrangler, I think, something like that. So I got it, I ordered it, so I was willing to give it a go. Then when this package arrived, I knew that it was about to go down. I was so excited to do this. My dad, on the other hand, was not. Man, he was pretty thrilled, to say the least. Like I said, this project was about a year and a half ago, so bear with me. So what you see here in this picture, I have an outline of where the sunroof is going to be placed. It came with a template. You cut the template out, and then you place it on your roof, and then draw around the template to form the shape of where the sunroof is going to lay. And then after that, I took a drill, and I drilled through my roof in the corner. After that, I tried using a pair of snips to cut the metal, but that didn't work out too well. So I then tried out a jigsaw, and that ended up working pretty well. So I continued to carefully and slowly cut around the outline. For the 90-degree corners, I used a grinder. After cutting the fresh hole in my roof, I then sprayed this foam-like galvanized compound onto the metal edge so then it wouldn't slowly rust over time. After that, I placed this thin piece of metal that wrapped around the roof, and that went underneath, so then that way the sunroof frame had something to latch onto. I used some sort of glue. I can't remember exactly what I used. After that, I used a couple of these clamps to hold it on. I believe I left it on for about 24 hours. After that, I was able to slide the frame into place. I remember I did have to make a couple extra cuts just to make it fit right. Took a little bit of adjusting. After that, I was able to put the glass in. And man, did it look good. Very, very satisfying to see that glass fit in nice and snug. And then I did have to relocate my lighting on the ceiling. Just moved it to the front where there was nothing already. So it kind of worked out perfectly. Here I am trying it for the first time. Here I am sanding Bondo with God knows what kind of grit I'm using. And for you guys and gals who do body work that are watching this video right now, don't judge me because I had no idea what I was doing at the time. After it was all finished, I then put a nice thick coat of Plasti Dip over it. So the cool thing about this sunroof that I put in is that you can actually take the whole thing out. Kind of like how you can take out a Jeep Wrangler hardtop. You just undo some of the latches and you're able to pull out the panel. You can do this by tilting this up like this, and then there's this little lever back here you press and then bring out like that. And then what I do is I pop it up like this, and then I get outside the car and then pull it up and out kind of at an angle, and then they come out. There's like two little hinges right here. They pop out. Not pop out, but they just slide out. It's a really easy process, which I'll demonstrate here. If you don't want to take it out, it tilts up. There's two positions that it tilts up at. You can pop it up one like this, and then it goes up a little more like that. It's pretty cool. I always use it like this though, the first pop position, because if you pop it up at the second one, it looks ridiculous from the outside. It looks pretty far up. Here's the exact sunroof that I ordered. Like I said, I ordered it from Amazon, and I believe it was around $300 to $350. Also, when I was looking up the sunroof just a second ago, I found out that I did indeed write a review on it, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, installed on the Fusion, overall decent product but with a few concerns. Pros, looks factory spec and is easy to remove and install glass. Cons, bolts, referred to as cams, on the frame that secure the metal piece underneath the vehicle roof are cheaply made and like to rattle when going over bumps. I've had to cut them back and hot glue them into place to stop rattling. Also, because the bolts are cheaply made, not all of them latch onto the metal piece they're supposed to because they simply won't turn, causing them to stick out and create a small hump for the interior rubber trim to lay over. Refer to photo with red circle for image with one of the cams. Another con, glass does not fit all the way in on passenger side. It doesn't sit flush with the frame and has a very, very tiny gap. Gap can only be seen from inside the vehicle if viewed at eye level, so you can't see it when sitting down in the seat. Luckily, there are no water leaks, but some wind noise is present. Because you're able to take out the glass, installing it back in vehicle requires a bit of cautious work. You have to be careful making sure the two hinges go in all the way, or else the glass won't sit right and glass won't be sealed to the frame. And again, like I said, I didn't know what I was doing at the time, so the way I worded this is kind of funny to me, and reading it out loud, it just makes me want to laugh. And so for the last thing I said, at the end I was able to Bondo everything all up and make it look stock. Pleased with the end result, but we'll see how the product holds up over time, especially the wear and tear with taking the glass in and out. Would recommend to a friend, but would be the last thing to recommend. Pretty interesting review that I wrote from October 2019, and at the time of this upload, it is March 5th, 2021. Alright, that's gonna wrap up everything for the video. I think I mentioned everything. If you have any questions, feel free, do not hesitate. Comment down below and I'll do my best to answer your question. Overall, the sunroof project was definitely a great time, and I definitely do recommend it. And the cool thing about this project is it doesn't matter your skill level. You can be a beginner or expert. When I did it, I was a beginner. I had no idea what I was doing, and this was the biggest project I had ever done. And the last project before that I did was installing and creating a custom grill for my old Fusion that I had. So, you know, over time I went from applying stickers to plastic dipping wheels to doing stuff with a bumper, and then cab lights with a truck, and then making a custom grill, and then going from the grill to the sunroof. So I was kind of leveling up in my modifications that I was doing. If you are thinking about doing it, I definitely recommend it. Again, if you have any questions, comment down below, and then you can also send me a DM. It's at DNA_drives_G. If you have any questions, concerns, if you want to talk, that's cool. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you found value in it, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one.
It all started when a met another and they met another and they became the trio. The end.